Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll discuss about the topic learning by rote in machine learning. So we know that machine learning means some training will be done with the data, and from that training data the machine will be analyzing the patterns to predict the output. But here the learning by rote means learning by memorization. So let us start the topic. Learning by rote. So this particular rote might be a new term, so which means memorization. Rote means memorization. So in this particular concept, so machine, so here a machine or a computer learn by memorizing the examples. So automatically whatever we are giving the training, so that will be memorized and it will be giving the answers for that particular um, uh, inputs only. So it can't give the answers for the new inputs, that means unseen data. Okay, only it will respond for the seen data, that means a trained data. So it doesn't understand or predict or analyze the unknown data. So here unknown data means the data which was not trained. Okay, so it can't understand or predict or analyze the unknown data, right? So it will only simply, it will respond for the known data itself. For example, so let us take an example. So if the machine was if the machine was trained with a few examples like, okay, 10 plus 2 is equal to 12, and 4 plus 7 is equal to 11, and 5 plus 10, which is a 15. So if the machine trained with these particular data, and if you ask the question like 4 plus 8, so it can't give the answer for these kind of data, because whatever the data which was trained, that will be stored in the memory, and the machine will respond for that particular questions only. So this answer can't be given by the machine, right? So let us see the working of this particular learning method. It's a simple learning method which is a rote, and working, what is a working? So the first step is training will be stored. Training data will be memorized. Memorized means stored. It will be stored in the memory. Next, compare input with memorized data. So whenever we are giving the input, that will be compared to the memorized data. If found, produces the output. If it is found, for example, 4 plus 8, which is a 12, 5 plus 4, which is a 9, and if the input which we are giving is again 5 plus 4, automatically it will retrieve the data which has been memorized. Okay, so produces the output. If not found, doesn't produces the output. It doesn't produce any output. Okay, so only it will work for the trained data only. So one example for this one is, in which we are using in our real life, is our password authentication. So this is a best example. So in this password authentication, we know that during the sign up process, the username and the password will be stored in the database, and whenever you want to log into the system, so immediately what happens, whatever the credentials you are giving, that will be compared with the database which is stored in the database. If it matches, then the login will be successful, otherwise it will not be successful. That means it will be directly comparing with the data which is available in the memory. That's it. So this is the best example for this learning by rote. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of this particular learning method? So this is a very simple method. So characteristics. So the first one is a memory based, memorization based. So memorization based means, as we discussed just now, it will directly depends upon the memory. Okay, the data is stored in the memory, so it directly depends upon the memory. Next, large memory requirement. This is also important. So because everything was stored in the memory, we are saying, and it will only respond to the data which is already memorized, right? So it requires large memory to store a large amount of data. Okay, large memory requirement. Next, poor generalization. Generalization means, this term means responding for the unknown data. So that is not possible here. Okay, unable to respond for the unknown data. So poor generalization. How it will produce the output? So whenever there is an exact match, if there is a small, even small deviation, it will not respond. So exact match. No understanding. So apart from the memorized data, it can't able to analyze any kind of thing. It can't able to respond any kind of thing, predict any kind of thing. Okay, it will not analyze and it will not know the reason behind the data. Okay, blindly it will check with the exact match. That's it. So these are all the different characteristics of learning by rote in ML. So I'll write here in ML. ML means machine learning. Right. Next, what are the advantages? Advantages. So first one is fast retrieve, fast retrieval, because if there is an exact match, automatically it will retrieve the data. So it's very fast to in retrieving the data, and it is useful for simple system. So it is not suitable for a complex system. Okay, it is only for simple system. And one more, simple to implement. It is very simple to implement. There is no logic. It can't analyze the data, just only the pattern matching. Okay, it will check with the matching itself, not also the patterns, right? Only the matching. So these are the advantages. Then what are the disadvantages? The first disadvantage is memory intensive. That means it requires a large amount of memory to store a more number of data. Not intelligent. Just now we have seen it unable to understand. Okay, it unable to understand, it unable to analyze. So not much intelligent. Cannot work for unknown data. So if the input is unknown, that means if the input data which we are giving is not in the training set, so automatically it can't work for that. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of this learning by rote method. So rote means memorization. So simple. It whenever we are training the machine, the complete training data will be stored in the memory, and it will only work for the trained data. It doesn't work for the unknown and untrained data. Right. So hope you understood this simple method. Right. I'll stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.